Thank you all, and this is very difficult for us because it was such a horrible call, and I reached out first to Artie, and then Conrad found us, and we're so grateful because Johnny, kept a very separate world, so we respected that. I've known Conrad probably longer than anyone because he and I have crossed paths with JR. So I want to thank everyone. He was the leader of our band for his entire life. He was the oldest cousin, and we adored him. So this for us is really good. Nicole, John's nephew Jesse, and his wife Clarissa and I buried John. He did not want to wait, which is why we did not have one. We respected his choice. So the four of us got in a limousine at 8:30 in the morning following the hearse. He was buried, thank you Conrad, with his mom and dad. We did not know that. So we had 2 weeks to figure out what he wanted. I reached out to the people in Amsterdam. We were trying to honor whatever he wanted. Conrad called and said, I know what he wanted. He wants to be with his mom and dad. Thank you. So we did that. So the day that we left Brooklyn, it was a national, what'd they call it, Nicole? No, it was national flood. The national emergency, flood emergency. And we were stuck for 3 hours on the LIE. We left at 8:30. The funeral was supposed to be at 10, I think. We didn't get there till 3 in the afternoon. And the whole time, Jesse's saying, my mom always said my Uncle John would be late to his own funeral, and he was. And it was so John. I can't even tell you, we couldn't go to the bathroom. The guy that was driving us was elderly. He had to stop for the bathroom. We drove the hearse and the car into a McDonald's in Long Island and went to the bathroom. And it was so Johnny. And trying to find everything he wanted was like a treasure hunt. So we were I got to the house right after he passed, trying to go through papers. Of course, he had nothing written down but music, and we're trying to figure out what he wanted. So we did what we thought he wanted, and I cannot thank Artie, Conrad, and Michael enough because this was a whole separate world from us, and we love that we're able to celebrate him today. We could not do that day. Number one, it was a comedy of errors. We finally get out. He's buried in National Cemetery with his mom and dad in Long Island. We get out there 3 hours late, and the director of Veteran Services comes to the car. It is teeming, twin, and we're in the car, and he leans in and says, I'm so sorry for your loss. We called everyone back. They left. I go, oh my God, do not call them back. It is horrible. Please tell them to stay. That's not who we are. They will be here. So we waited in the car, Nicole, about an hour. They came. We couldn't go to the gravesite because of the flooding and the mudslides. They created this little brick place for us to stay and bury John in a total army procession. And we were able to close. Still took us about 4 hours to get home. And then the four of us just sat there thinking, this is so John. To me, the whole day was just this calamity of errors, and I said, he is cracking up wherever he is. So we were able to take some things that we cherished, like his hat, his cap, his guitar went to Nicole's son, Benny. That house, as many of you know, was a wonderful, open, loving place for all of us growing up and for all of his friends as well. So we miss him as much as you do, if not more, dearly. And I will always just remember he was the leader of our band. And his music, his art was just never will be beaten to us. So thank you all so much for coming.
Next up, Matt O'Connell.